It was a cold winter morning in a small village tucked away between hills. The school bell had just rung, and children rushed into the classrooms with bags slung on their shoulders and laughter echoing through the narrow lanes. Among them was Ravi, a 13-year-old boy with messy hair, worn-out clothes, and one broken shoe. He didn't laugh. He didn't run. He simply walked, one step slower than the others, because the right sole of his shoe flapped open with every step. He was used to the stares, the whispers, the mockery. Look at his shoe. Why doesn't he buy new ones? Must be too poor. They weren't wrong. Ravi's father was a daily wage laborer who barely earned enough to feed the family of 5. His mother stitched clothes in the evening, and Ravi studied under the dim light of a street lamp because they couldn't afford electricity. But Ravi had something many didn't: a fire in his chest. The day that broke him. One day during the school's morning assembly, the principal announced a speech competition. The winner will get a cash prize and a scholarship to a city school. The word scholarship hit Ravi like lightning. He had never dreamed beyond his village school. But now a window was open. He signed up immediately. But not everyone was supportive. You compete in English. You can't even speak clearly in class. You better fix your shoe before dreaming big. He ignored them. Or at least he tried to. That night, he practiced his speech again and again in front of a cracked mirror. He stumbled. He forgot lines. He cried. But he didn't stop. And then came the day of the competition. The hall was packed. Teachers, students, and parents gathered. Ravi walked to the stage, but as he climbed the stairs, his broken shoe finally gave up. The sole ripped completely, causing him to trip and fall, flat on the stage. Laughter erupted. Some teachers stood to help, but the damage was done. Ravi stood up, his face red with shame, eyes watery, hands shaking. He looked at the mic, then at the crowd, then at his broken shoe, and then he began to speak. The speech that changed everything. I know what you're all thinking. You're laughing at my broken shoe. I don't blame you. It's funny, right? But this shoe has a story. This shoe walked me to school every day for 3 years. Through rain, heat, and even hunger. It stayed with me when no one else did. It's broken, but so was I. People say I'm not good enough, not rich enough, not smart enough. Maybe they're right, but I have something that can't be seen. A reason. A reason to wake up every day. A reason to study, even when my stomach growls. A reason to dream, even when the world tells me to stop. My name is Ravi, and one day you'll remember me, not for my broken shoe, but for how far I walked wearing it. Silence. No one laughed anymore. Some students were stunned. A few teachers wiped their tears. Even the principal stood up and applauded. Ravi didn't win first place. He won hearts. And that was the beginning of something no prize could offer. Self-belief. The journey beyond. Weeks later, a local NGO that had heard about Ravi's story offered to sponsor his education. They took him to the city, got him admitted into a reputed school, and provided him with a new uniform, books, and yes, a new pair of shoes. But Ravi never threw the old one away. He kept the broken shoe in his cupboard as a reminder of where he came from. In the new school, the competition was fierce. English was fluent, science was advanced, and students came in air-conditioned cars. Ravi came on a bicycle. He ate from a lunchbox his mother packed from miles away. But he never felt lesser, because once you know your why, the how stops scaring you. He worked harder than ever. He asked questions, stayed after class, and read more than anyone else. He failed many times, but he never gave up. By the end of the year, Ravi ranked in the top 5 of his class. The dream realized. Years passed. Ravi finished high school with honors, then college with distinction. Then came the moment no one saw coming. He cracked the Indian Administrative Services (IAS) exam, one of the toughest in the country. The boy with a broken shoe was now an officer, responsible for changing the lives of people like the one he once was. In his very first village project, he built a school with benches, books, and shoes for every child. And during the inauguration, he told the students, "I stand here today not because I had everything, but because I used everything I had." He placed his old broken shoe inside a glass box in that school, like a trophy, not of poverty, but of perseverance. The lesson: you don't need perfect tools to build a great future. You don't need rich clothes to wear big dreams. You don't need applause to believe in yourself. What you need is a reason, a fire, a refusal to give up, even when you trip on the stage of life. Remember Ravi, remember the shoe, because sometimes what's broken today can carry you to greatness tomorrow.